Have you ever wondered why you feel so heavy, even when nothing's wrong? That inexplicable weight, that sense of unease can creep in quietly, making even the simplest moments feel burdensome. You might find yourself questioning your worth, doubting your abilities, or feeling like you're not enough, despite all evidence to the contrary. But what if I told you that this heaviness isn't entirely your fault? Maybe it's not you. Maybe it's the system, a system that subtly encourages self-doubt because it profits off your pain. From advertising that preys on insecurities to social media algorithms that amplify comparison, the world around us is designed to keep us questioning ourselves. Healing starts when you realize your self-doubt is someone else's business model. The moment you see that your struggles are being commodified, you can begin to break free. You can reclaim your sense of self and start to heal, not by changing who you are, but by seeing the system for what it is. From birth, you're taught to obey, not to feel. Schools reward compliance, not intuition. Media bombards you with insecurities, just to sell you solutions. You're not good enough is a sales pitch. Confidence doesn't sell, fear does. Most of our wounds were inherited, passed down through generations like invisible heirlooms. The doubts we carry, the fears that whisper in our minds, often began long before we were born. Our parents and their parents before them were shaped by their own struggles, their own battles with self-worth and belonging. They were taught to doubt themselves too, and passed it on as discipline. What we sometimes remember as harsh words or strict rules were, for them, lessons learned in a world that demanded conformity and silence. They believed that questioning yourself was a way to stay safe, to fit in, to avoid pain. Why can't you be normal? Don't be too emotional. These phrases echo in our memories, shaping the way we see ourselves. They become the soundtrack of our inner critic, replaying whenever we try to step outside the lines or express our true feelings. But it was never truly personal. Our parents were just repeating what society taught them, acting out scripts written long ago. They loved us, but sometimes love was tangled up with fear, with the need to protect us from the world by making us smaller, quieter, more acceptable. Healing is forgiving them, and ourselves, for not knowing better. It's choosing to break the cycle, to let go of inherited self-doubt, and to step into a new story, one where we are free to be our authentic selves, and where the wounds of the past no longer define our future. Maybe you've always felt like the black sheep, the quiet kid, or the intuitive one who just couldn't blend in with the crowd. From a young age, you sensed you were different. Your thoughts ran deeper, your feelings more intense, your questions more persistent. You watched others laugh and play, but something inside you whispered that your path would never be the same as theirs. You were never meant to fit in, and that's not a flaw, it's a sign of your unique purpose. Society often struggles to accept those who don't conform, who see the world through a different lens. It's easier to label, to isolate, to misunderstand, than to embrace what is unfamiliar. Society isolates those it fears, those who challenge the status quo, who dare to ask why when everyone else is content with because. If you've ever felt alone in a room full of people, know that your sensitivity and insight are gifts, not burdens. The ones who question, who feel deeply, who see through illusions, these are the souls who carry the seeds of change. Your pain, your confusion, your sense of not belonging, these were never punishments. They were invitations to grow, to understand, to prepare for something greater. Every challenge you faced, every moment you felt misunderstood, was shaping you. Your pain wasn't punishment, it was preparation. It was the universe's way of forging your resilience, your empathy, your wisdom. Now, as you stand taller, more confident in your truth, you realize that your journey was never about fitting in. It was about standing out, about becoming the person you were always meant to be. The ones they tried to silence, the ones who were told they were too much or not enough, are often the very people who are here to wake the world up. Your voice, your vision, your courage to be different. These are your gifts to the world. So embrace your difference. Let go of self-doubt. You are not alone and your journey matters. The world needs your light, now more than ever. You heal by unlearning the lies, that you're not enough, that you need permission. That success means self-abandonment. You weren't broken, you were buried. Start by listening to your own energy. It never lies. Your self-doubt was manufactured. Your healing, that's real. And no one can sell it to you. You claim it.